Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Hey, thanks for joining in. I got a box of nickels. I haven't done this for a little bit here. We are on box number 910. The last box, which we did have good for this Hutton Fill collection, were all customer wrapped. So this is a bank wrapped. And yes, I know there's some gaps in here. The teller dropped the box, so the box is bulging out here at the sides. I did go through just to check for enders. We did have one 1959 ender. Made a mark on this one because look at that. So at least we're going to have a foreign ender at some point. So we do have a foreign end. We do have circulated coins. And we do have a full box. So we are at, let me look at this again. We're at 183 out of 194 in just 9 boxes. Most of them, again, are the key dates, low mint dates, and the silvers that we are needing. So, short intro here. I'm going to get hunting, and I'll bring you back in every 10 rolls for a summary of those 10 rolls, unless there's something phenomenal find along the way. And here we are at the end of roll number 10. Not too bad of finds. We got one good one on there. We do have a couple Canadian foreign finds. We have a 1985, 1989, and a 1999. So 3 foreign finds. We did have one dirty 2009 Denver. So I did just keep that out. Probably throw that back. It's corrosion. It's not a book upgrader, but it is a collectible lower mintage coin. Of our significant finds, take a look at that. That is a 1939. That is the second year of the Jefferson Nickel. Unfortunately, it is a Philadelphia. That is the common of the 39s. We always want to see a mint mark down there. And I did look, put it under the scope. No doubling on that one. So that is your standard 1939 common. We also have a 1947, and that is Philadelphia as well. So it's a well-loved coin. Good characteristics, not an upgrader for me. Of the 1950s, we have 1953, and that is a Philadelphia. Still looking for those San Franciscos. We have a common 1957. That is a Denver mint on that one. And we have a 1959. I know it gets so hard. Look at those dates. The 1939 versus the 59. Sometimes those threes get a little bit, can throw you off, but that is a 59, and that is a Philadelphia. So relatively common coins in the first 10 rolls. I'll get started on the next 10, and I'll bring you back in for the summary. All right, not quite ready for the summary. This is roll number 19, and look what we have. We have a buffalo. Let's take a closer look at this. This is a Philadelphia. I don't see a mint mark on there. That is quite rubbed down, rubbed through, a little bit dirty, but it is a buffalo. Now let's see if there's a year. That's the ultimate question. Do we have a year? And oh, I see something there faintly. Let's take a look here. See if it comes through a little more through the magnifying. Oh, look at that. I see a 9. Of course, this is where I wish I had some kind of pointing device so that we can show you. Let's see how this works. It's not the sharpest here, but you can see the 9 is right there. See, the 1 is right there, so I'm going to say that just because of the spacing on here, and I'll throw up a picture. if we pay attention to this line here, which is one of the beret, uh, berets, strings, and that F down there, I'm going to say that is a 1919, 1919. But 29, this 9 would be over and into that arc. So I am going to say we have a 1919 Philadelphia. So again, let's close that one out, bring that back over here. No mint mark, Buffalo. And with that week date, we can at least see the 9 on it. Yep, I'm going to say that's a 1919. I'll bring you back in at the end of roll 20 here for the summary. All right, here we are, end of roll 20. No real finds. These were quiet rolls. We have 2 more to add to our Canadian collection. But there we go. We have a 1984. We have a 2000 common Canadian nickels. We have our pride and joy there, though. There's that 1919 Philadelphia. Keep trying to get that right angle for that date. Keep looking at it, but 1919 Philadelphia Buffalo. Great find to see in the bank wrapped rolls. The rest were the 50s, relatively common. We got 1952 Philadelphia. We have a 1953. That is Denver Mint. It's the San Franciscos that are getting us. We have a 1958 common Denver Mint there, and we have a 1959 also from the Denver Mint. So there you go. Those are our findings for rolls 11 through 20. I'm going to start on 20 through 30, 21 through 30, and I'll bring you at the end of 30 for the next summary. All right, these last 10 rolls were very, very quiet. As you can see here, only 5 finds. We have a 1999 Canadian. We had a 2000 Dirty Canadian. We had 2 1969s. And those are both the San Francisco Mints. Not bad. And then our oldie find was a 1946, and that is a Denver Mint. So only one oldie in those last 10 rolls. Go and get working on rolls 31 through 40, and I'll bring you back in for the summary of those 10. All right, folks, here we are at the end of roll 40. Yeah, 40. I got 10 rolls left out of the box. So finding some older ones, but nothing key, nothing new for me. We do have a 1940. Pretty slick there. That is a Philadelphia common coin. We have a 1946 Philadelphia. Excuse me. We have a 1948 Philadelphia. All pretty common for the 40s. Of the 50s, not as common, but we really dirty. 1953 Philadelphia. We have 2 common 1958. Both of those are Denver Mints. And we have a 1959 common Denver Mint. So not too bad. 7 finds in those 10 rolls. We got 10 more rolls to go, and I will bring you in for any finds along the way for the 10 roll summary and the box summary coming soon. Bringing you in for this roll number 42, and take a look at that. Can you see it from that angle? I didn't notice it at first. I got through halfway through the roll, and then I went, oh, that's a darker edge. Let's take a look at that. And I did. Look at that. 1944. So 44, that should be a war nickel. And we flip that over. That is San Francisco Mint. So a 1944 San Francisco War Nickel, roll number 42 of this box. Bring you back in for more. All right, so at the end of roll 50, these are what the last 10 rolls provided, and we do have a winner here. We do have some 1969 San Francisco nickels. We do have a 1970 San Francisco nickel. Of our great finds, though, these are 1940 Philadelphia, relatively common. 1941 Philadelphia. A little dirty, very slick, not an upgrader, but good coin. But here's the winner. Look at this, 1944. And that is San Francisco War Nickel. So we did get War Nickel in these last 10 rolls. Can't wait to show you on the summary once I'm done here. 1948 Philadelphia. So all common 48s are 1950s, same thing. Common 50s. We have a 54 Denver, and we have a 1958 Denver. So common 58. So there we go. That is 10 rolls of hunting. We did get that silver. So I'm going to pull out all of the nickels. We're going to look at potential for album fills or significant finds, and I'll bring you back in there for a second. All right, here we are on the summary for the full box, box number 10. So we did get some Canadian as normal. We have a 1984, 1985, common years there, 1989. We had two from 1999 and two from 2000 Canadian nickels. Those are common, but found in bank wrap. I'm impressed. Of our San Francisco finds, we had 69s, four of them, 1969 San Francisco. We only had, surprisingly, come on, get back up there. We only had one 1970 S. But, phenomenal find. Here we go. There's that buffalo we found early on. I was having high hopes, but that was the only one in there. I keep looking at it, and I am saying the more I look at it, if you look there, that is a 1919. And no mint mark makes that a Philadelphia. There we go. So 1919 Philly, that will go in the book. We did have a 1939 Philly, oldie, but not a book fill. And we did have one 2009 Denver, not an upgrader. That is dirty, so that's going to go back in with the returns for somebody else to find. Okay, so significant oldies that we found. We did find that 1939 Philly. We have a 1940 Philly. Actually, we have two of those. Yeah, both of those are Phillies. We had two 1940 Phillies. We had a 1941 Philly. And there we go. There's our silver. So we did have one Buffalo and one silver, 1944 San Francisco. This is an upgrade for the album, but I already do have that. We have two 1946s, and that is a pair. We have one Philly and one Denver. We have a 1947 Philly. We had two 1948s. Both of those are Philadelphia, so all common coins. Nothing jumping out on there, which we'll see here at the end as well. So we had 1952 Philadelphia. We had 1, 2, 3 1953s. And if we flip that over, Philly, Denver, and Philly. So we do have the pair, Philly and Denver out of there. 2 Phillies and a Denver. 1954, Denver. 1957, Denver. We have 4 1958. And so let's see here. Denver, 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 and Denver. So all 58s are Denvers. We had 3 1959s, and that is 2 Denvers and 1 Philly. So 3 from 59. Makes it a fairly decent hunt for the finds. Of the Hunt and Fill Challenge, it did not do well. None of these are going in the album. This one will go up maybe as an upgrader, and of course the Buffalo going in the Buffalo album. But my albums already have all of these, so we're looking at box number 10 giving us a goose egg. There was no fills in that one, even though we did find that 1919 Buffalo and that 1944 S. Those were good finds. So we're still at 183 out of 194 coins, 11 coins left to go. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining in on this Hunt and Fill challenge. I do have a box ready to go for box number 11. Check out that video coming soon. And guys, again, work that algorithm. Give me those thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. Work those algorithms. Make those comments below to get some good press on this Hunt and Fill challenge. And until the next time, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and happy hunting.